on the map, and you get one volley every 7 seconds, but it's difficult to do so. One of the most comeback enabling maps here. Towers of Doom, a real favorite here. And it's going to be Polska Pamieta's choice. And I would be surprised if Diamondskin doesn't ban Abathur again, because that is their power play here for Polska to play that kind of style. This is a kind of map like that where they have shown this style, and we go with that Abathur ban.
Yep, immediately removed. Once again, Diamondskin seriously doing their research, and of course, it's just so good on this map in general. It's a fair ban no matter what the situation. Now, last time Polska, they banned out the Tassadar as the first ban. This time, though, they removed the ETC. They ran it themselves, but it looks like they want to take a different path this time. Yeah,
taking it away, pretty much the #1 main tank right now, alongside with Anubarak. Garrosh is also a very solid main tank, but you want to have a bruiser as well. ETC probably the most diverse. Now Tassadar is going to be picked for Diamondskin, previously banned in the first map that Diamondskin won. Now Diamondskin gratefully picks it up, and once again the Genji play here for Polska Pamieta.
Yeah, the Genji play very effective here. The Uther also very strong in general with him. Divine Shield, Dragon Blade, the classic combo that can just do so much, even against the Tassadar.
Yeah, definitely the way to dealing with Tassadar is to pressure him. Gone are the days of invincible Tassadars, where they have 2 to 3 procs of invincibility and invisibility, actually. This time not a meme. Yeah, you want to pressure him. It's a 30-second cooldown for Dimensional Shift. So if you make him use that once, you remember it. And then if you see a chance, you can actually take him down without that panic escape button.
Exactly. So we have Nubarak and Rhaegar coming in. Diamondskin leaving their damage output very open. They can, in theory, they can still go for Tracer, Illidan kind of composition if they really wanted to. Uther can be a bit of a pain for that, but if you have someone like a Nubarak or even just Rhaegar is just super helpful to deal with the CC lock anyway with Cleanse. So they've left themselves very open. They've made the banning phase for Polska a little bit harder.
Yeah, like you said, it says very little about their direction. Auto-attack based heroes would work great, like you said, Illidan Tracer. But they can also still go with Sonya. And then one more generic backline damage dealer like Vala, Li Ming, Lunara. Polska Pamieta still has the option to expand into a second support if they're facing poison damage, but they don't know yet. So it's a bit hard to ban at this point. And this is why you usually see Tassadar bans, because it limits the enemy team's options a bit more.
Very true. Final at their time. They're just going to ban the potentially best hero, or at least most common hero we see with that Tassadar in the form of Valor. Now we can still see, like we said, Illidan. We can see Tracer. We could even see Lunara if we were going for a Kala's Light build. There are so many options here, but the Valor is the one that is feared the most.
And we look at the team that they're facing against, right? Diamondskin, Chris, Vala, Hungering Arrow. I believe he played 105% of his ladder games on Vala, which is actually not possible.
Somehow found an extra 5% of games to play.
Because he really likes her. Vala removed. The most generic damage dealer, and therefore, and of course for a reason, because she is so flexible. Mobility, burst, sustain, she has it all.
She has everything an assassin would want, and as such, she's gone. So, what are we going to see from Polska? They still need a little bit of a setup damage. Once again, Genji, he has a little bit of shuriken poke damage, but it's not a huge amount.
Yeah.
We need someone to set up for him so he can be that finisher.
Great heroes include, to help with Genji to find weak targets, is heroes that are good at making people weak, but not at finishing them. For example, Lunara.
That's a great one. Gul'dan,
Gul'dan,
We see Arthas getting it, and there is that Lunara here coming in. And once again, of course, this combo is so effective. The Lunara and the Arthas combo is so good, because unfair advantage procs off all slows, and everything Arthas does slows, basically. So that's fantastic. And of course, the fact that they have the Uther themselves, one of the biggest weaknesses of Uther is that spread out poison damage you get from Splintered Spear Lunara at level 7. So taking the Uther for themselves and then taking the Lunara before it can be reacted to against them is a brilliant move.
Yeah, very good point. Liking that a lot. Good game plan here for the draft by Polska Pamieta. But now, the surprise. Divine Shield is a thing, so you can't just go for a blow-up comp. You already have double support. So probably you want to have layers of protection and have some kind of hyper carry. Probably double warrior, double support, I would expect. I mean, double support is already there.
Yeah.
And it is going to be that Sonya, second warrior, and that poison damage. I think these are excellent choices. The next best thing after Lunara's unavailability for Diamond Skin and more beefy frontline. Try to outlast what Polska Pamieta is doing here. So, big question now. Third assassin would be very strange.
Nope.
Second support.
Ariel's managed to sneak her way through the draft here. And of course, another one of those healers that just works so well with Lunara here, as Lunara, her consistent poison damage is consistent energy generation, their hope generation. As
it's an
actually,
enemy generation
it
too.
It is generating enemies and then knocking them down.
Yeah.
But it's super effective, can be an incredible comp here, and of course, it's extra healing to deal with cooldowns. So, big fan of that. Really happy with both of these drafts. I think both teams were able to control the draft and not get counterplayed too well. But like you said, the Tassadar did leave Diamond Skin very open, so that was, of course, a solid first pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both drafts. Just speaking about the obvious weakness here for Polska Pamieta, they lack engage. Arthas is a lumbering powerhouse that can engage with a Howling Blast, but it's not quite as reliable as a Diablo, ETC, or a Nubarak. A Nubarak's engage is cocooning someone very important and then burrow charging in, doing a stun and a second stun. Arthas, he's got one route, and it is fairly fast traveling, but it's not quite near instant. So no engage for Polska Pamieta, but really good damage and support. Whereas for Diamond Skin, I think they're... Well, do they have a weakness? Their weakness is going to be Lunara's poison damage. That is the anti-engage here.
Rhaegar has AoE healing because of his Chain Heal does bounce, essentially healing multiple targets. But Rhaegar, if he's consistently healing the Lunara damage, he runs into mana issues, which is what mostly the level 4 talent is there to deal with. But the majority of the time, we sort of see that ended up being the Totem, which is weak to AoE damage. There's a lot of issues with Rhaegar against Lunara. He can hold up. Tassadar should be able to help him deal with it, but if Lunara is able to consistently poke, it's the situation of if Lunara is alive at the end of the fight, then the fight's probably Polska's.
Yeah, and we have those two very powerful hero synergies. Uther Genji, Dragonblade with Divine Shield means he can play a little bit more risky. And then, of course, Ariel Lunara. Energy for days. So very cool drafts on either side. Well, let's see who can do it.
Let's see who can do it indeed, as we are heading into game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Towers of Doom between Diamond Skin and Polska Pamieta. And spawning on the left-hand side, it is going to be currently 1-0 up in the blue trunks. It's Diamond Skin. Wolfjo on that Rhaegar here. We have Eternal on the Sonya. Nanda bringing out the Tassadar this time. So highly prioritized. Chris on that Gul'dan. And it was Sport Billy on the Anubarak.
And on the right side, in the red, Polska Pamieta down a map. And it's going to be Razaf on Uther. We've got Gluehammer is going to be on Ariel this time, which is pretty interesting considering it was on ETC last game. Gugu's on Genji, we've got Siku and Arthas, and Polish Guru on Lunara. 5-man mid brawl, anyone? Some ARAM, all random, all mid.
Or I guess that would be Adam, all draft, all mid.
All draft, all mid anyway. Adama. There we go. And now the split here by Diamond Skin. Sport Billy stays behind to get the last XP.
Yeah, and he's just hovering around. A couple of minions still yet to survive through the burst potential that was offered there to the minion wave. As we do see Polska, once again, holding bot lane a little bit stronger this time. It is the Echoed Corruption, by the way, again coming in for Chris, putting a lot of priority onto that Gul'dan. And we saw how effective it was at the very end of that last game versus the Genji. Yeah,
it ramps up very slowly. You go for Echoed Corruption, you need 40 hits, but you don't get the cooldown reduction on your Corruption at level 7 every time you Fell Flame. So it takes really darn long to complete your quest. Get the Hunger for Power instead. But once you do, not only do you have Echoed Corruption and Ruinous Affliction at 16, but it's all boosted by 15% ability power. So strong. Just a bit more late game. And we saw how well it worked there at the end.
We did indeed, as Gluehammer already at full energy here. Currently not with his Hope Generator, is actually just helping clear the wave with that lovely Synchro Sweep as we just saw there. Schickel once again playing as an Arthas in a top lane, only on the wrong team and this time, and hasn't gone for Rhyme. He has instead gone for that stacking W build, sorry.
Yeah, makes sense since he's the only initiation. He wants the cooldown reduction and the higher probability of root. Also, Silver Touch by Uther, maybe even Holy Shock at level 4 to add a little bit of extra damage since there is a double support.
True, double support could be good here. Gluehammer gets killed off by the Whirlwind here. Gugan, oh, what? The Rhaegar went with him and was able to get the kill. Feral lunge onto a jumping Genji, able to chase him over the wall. Rajuv, not Rhaegar anymore. He's in serious trouble and will get taken out.
Polska Pamieta, in the meantime, never sent Arthas here. They pay the price in deaths and blood here, as they do lose several members. But they were trying to pull a fast one, committing 4 members to contest the Sapper camp, as Arthas was deeming to try and get both of the top temples. But just in time, Rhaegar, Wolfjo, was there to stop him. And Sihu did not get both of the top temples, and instead it will be them that lose 8 shots on their core here.
We see coming in as the level 4 talents for both teams. We have the focused attacks coming in for Sonya, going for that auto attack based build. Hang on, Raju potentially in danger. Doesn't get knocked up. Second one does get him. Getting focused down. Ariel healing. She really wishes she still had the level 7, and she was level 7, but doesn't have that cooldown reduction anymore, and as such, Uther does fall, and that is currently 4 kills at 3 minutes for Diamond Skin.
Yeah, very good bottom lane control and fights here by Diamond Skin. Good body blocks, making use of that Anubrak level 4 as well to provide additional slow. Polska Pamieta is suffering here as they took several fights that didn't work out well for them. And of course on Towers of Doom the lanes are very deep. So anytime you need to get back to your gates, it's pretty far route back. You better make sure that you bring enough muscle.
Oh, getting focused, able to wade his way back through and keep himself alive here as Gugas comes in for a little bit of poke damage as fast as possible with his E. He's able to help drive back the pushing force of Diamond Skin here. Level 7 already available for Diamond Skin. We've also that Poison Spear. Sonya going for the highest burst build she can potentially go for. Gul'dan with that hunger for power, going for that extra ability power and reduced healing, which with Tassadar isn't as big of a deal. And of course, it does increase his own ability power, like we said, which makes his corruption very scary.
And it makes his own heals better. Drain Life will heal for more. Consume Soul at 4 will heal for more. Hellstone will heal for more. So the only thing he really gets less from is Rhaegar heals. Shield is still unaffected, so it's such a good talent choice here for him at level 7.
Circle somehow able to dodge every Anubrak stun there. That was kind of beautiful, as he was just able to waltz through all of that crowd control and make his way back to his team. Takes a couple corruption hits and gives Gul'dan stacks in the process though. Gluehammer, by the way, has the energized cord here. We're seeing the cleanse used on Gluehammer to try and keep him alive, but down goes Arthas here. Gluehammer, with that extra cooldown reduction on his Sacred Swing, is doing everything he can to try and do some damage and keep his team alive at the same time. Rajuf dropping low. So many members of Diamond's going to load. The poison from Lunara is really high, but Tassadar with the clutch shield and Rajuf keeping the team alive. And once again, we said it earlier, if Lunara's alive at the end of the fight, it's probably going to be Polska's, even though they lost a member earlier. And we're going to see that objective not get taken. What Castle of Truth there?
I think there was one beetle, maybe?
the beetle coming in for the deny, potentially. But they're still able to get it. And Polska bringing the core count back to even. 32 to 32.
So, Tetra, let's talk about what's working for Polska and what isn't. First of all, their solo laner is their main tank.
Yeah, less than ideal.
Less than ideal. So you don't have a tank in a rotation. That means there's almost no chance to ever punish someone out of position. And this is why Diamond Skin has been winning the early rotations. This is a big issue in the draft for Polska, that Arthas happens to be their best solo laner, and that everyone else is a team. Genji, Uther, Ariel, Lunara. So where's our tank? Like, someone is out of position. We cannot punish them. Detainment Strike pushes them away, except if there's a wall to the back. So this is an issue. 5v5s is what Polska Pamieta is best at. And we saw that in that fight. Even though Arthas was too far forward and died too early, they were able to win 2 levels down, 4 versus 5, thanks to Ariel's level 1 talent, thanks to Ariel's infinite sustain and the damage that she can put out. So 5v5s are going to be great for Polska, but Diamond Skin, they can play around this. They can just put pressure on the map and keep their level lead here.
Yeah, that is apparently what they are attempting to do here, putting on the pressure in multiple lanes. Psystorm, which already has the increased radius, being used to already drop that bottom bell tower down to pretty low health as is.
Sonia grabs the top sapper camp. Arthur's unable to do anything about it. Nice lead here for Diamond Skin. A single altar spawn. Polska will be able to get level 10 by the start of it, but since it is only one altar, they shouldn't try to bend over backwards in order to try and contest it. It's okay to let one go if the map doesn't allow for it. Lucky for Polska, indeed, that they do not face double temple, but they get their talent, they get the level 10 so they can actually contest. Now Arthas is looking to rotate down, so is Sonia, so it's going to be a 5v5. And these are good for Polska, but because they still have to deal with the sapper camp, they're going to be out of position to start with. Gugus, will he attempt the interrupt?
No, but Schrichel from above. Nicely done, but he's in trouble. Aegis having to be dropped, but that allows his undead minions to spawn. Needs to start spamming on, though. So much damage. He's finally finished off. A Polish Guru has dropped so much damage. The Divine Shield and Dragon Blade as well. Wolf Joe is no longer alive, Joe, as he is taken out. I could have done that way better, as we see Eternal chased away. And once again, Polska lose the first member and win the fight.
Yeah, they kill 2 members here. And this is a testament to the power of their double synergy heroes, Ariel, Lunara, Uther, Genji. Again, though, really an issue with Arthas arriving late, isolated by himself. Kind of an awkward Crystal Aegis timing as well. He just turned on his ghouls, but he didn't get horrified yet.
Yeah.
So he could have self-healed, and then at the panic moment, you can always Aegis to block the remainder of a horrify. But yeah, that was kind of unlucky for him. But once again, yeah, they get the double kill, they get the altar, despite losing Arthas right away. As soon as they fix this, can you imagine how dangerous they'll be?
Yeah, I mean, once Arthas hits level 20, for example, if he ends up going for like the extra ghouls and is able to survive the initial burst, like that's the entire thing. If Arthas survives initial burst in any team fight, speaking of surviving initial burst, Blue Hammer does escape. But if anytime Arthas survives initial burst, spams R, just spams that button until he doesn't die. At level 20, they're going to just be dominant in these fights. But I like the idea of focusing the Arthas because it removes some of the slow potential, which will synergize later with Lunara. But pre-unfair advantage, is it that necessary, Grubby?
Yeah, I guess it's just been a positioning thing, really. Anyway, Siku says, I will use ult for camp, but I guess Whirlwind is pretty good against ghouls.
Yeah, it just healed Eternal back to full. Gugus is freed from the confines of the Entomb, though, via that Frozen Waste there. But now this camp has to be cleared. Careful, Gugus. Bulbully's in position. Rajuv is actually going to be the one who's found. Nice dodge, though. Nice and simple.
So Deflect is down for a little bit. We've got Arthas down on the ghouls. But 45 seconds, may still be able to get it in time for the next objective. Still, bottom fort was taken by Diamond Skin. The map is looking significantly blue.
Even though Polska have won basically every single fight, look at the levels. It is 14 to 12 in favor of Diamond Skin. They are in so much control just due to the amount of pushing and split soaking that they have been able to do.
Now Arthas, he was late. Now, again, prioritizing one more wave top. So he'll be late again. He's arriving right as the altar spawns. So let's hope this doesn't become an issue for Polska Pamieta.
Yep.
Filtering in through one aisle is never ideal, but they're able to control space as Diamond Skin actually give away. They trade evenly.
No, they don't. Storm denial, at least for now. Eternal forced away, Circle taking damage. Also, just quickly, Lunara has adjusted. She didn't go for unfair advantage due to the amount that Arthas has just been dying so quickly. Gugus gets taken out here. Good pressure by Eternal. But Lunara did go for the Giant Killer here, just to try and put some pressure onto the front line.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense against Nubrak and Sonia. Definitely a nice option. Siku very isolated away there with the Cocoon. Genji down already.
He's gone. Down goes. Oh, Divine Shield keeping him alive. Aegis as well. And Lunara leaping strike over the Sonya, who they begin to focus down. Sport Billy is continuing to put the pressure on. Down goes Arthas. And that's probably going to be the end. Polish Guru will be able to micro to freedom at least. But you can see here that it's a nice fight won by Diamond Skin. The fact that they were able to just kill people so slowly that time, it wasn't a full team fight. They were able to isolate Genji, then isolate Arthas. These are the kind of fights they're wanting to take.
I wonder what exactly happened to Genji there. Definitely don't want to be that far away from your supports. dying before they could really properly contest. But very well done by Diamond Skin there. They were able to buy enough time thanks to Tassadar's psionic projection with the Side Storm, and they grab both of these altars, which is actually worth 10 core shots on account of their controlling the bottom fort.
Yep, they were able to get many shots because they also grabbed the bottom bell tower too, so they would get, like you said, the 10 core shots indeed is very helpful. They're looking for mercs too. We're seeing them try to take the aggressive ones, and they've already taken their own. Shekel wants to try and cancel this.
No D-Shield available.
No.
Dragon Blade, yes. D-Shield, no. 20 seconds. Gul'dan with the
So
perfect position.
Poison.
Chris doing so much damage from the flank here.
Gluehammer wants to try and save Shekel, but he's put himself in danger to do so. He's probably going to die. Aegis is just a delay, but he is dead.
Through the meat grinder here. Diamond Skin going for the camp here. And with the Gul'dan flank. Always be careful of that Gul'dan flank.
The mercs all go through as well. Another 3 shots, and there's still this camp as well. They're going to push that. They're going to grab this, and then they can begin to rotate up to bell towers if they want, or even try and guide these in. And yeah, beautiful play by Diamond Skin. Like I said, the incredible positioning by Gul'dan to get that full corruption.
Can you imagine how Arthas is feeling? Like, Horrify keeps getting used against only him. Feels bad, no? I mean, there's cleanse available, D-Shield, Aegis, and you don't even Horrify the whole team simply because of the positioning. The isolation by Cocoon, by just how the team of Diamond Skin have drawn Polska apart has been fantastic.
He's able to dash away after taking a lot of damage with the heal from over the wall. And Arthas, he is here. He's wrapping around from the side. But it's still, even if they are able to take this, it is just their own. They're still coming out negative in terms of shots here. That TAS Storm, so annoying.
That TAS.
That TAS.
Look at that TAS.
As we see, is chased away though, as Shekel does not like to deal with that TAS and tries to kill him off. Horrified this time on Lunara, gets absolutely deleted. The Dragon Blade once again uses an escape tool as Gugas flees for his life. Gluehammer also in danger, Storm's getting stacked. And Divine Shield, Uther self-Divine Shielding just to have any chance of escape. But another dominating fight for Diamond Skin, level 17 to level 15, and this will bring the core.
Ooh.
Oh, are they going to try and take this first?
Oh, they don't need to. You can just channel, get 5 shots, do the boss, done. The split here, actually...
Well, Gugas is dead. Well, now they can do it.
Yeah.
With Gugas like on a 30-second timer, there's the boss being started. They're trying to channel. Shekel will deny though. But it's any order that they could do this in. They can get the boss and then the altar.
Yeah, the only thing they shouldn't do is go bottom and get Sapper Camp here at this point. But going for the top 4, definitely a mistake. It drew their resources very divided and weak here. Guru,
here comes Guru, moving in, gets 1 kill, turning it around. You deletes him! Wasn't even close! Shekel gets taken out as well. Chase down, resumes completely oom. It's the Gluehammer, the 1 angel defense now.
Still.
The boss was leashed, so that's a start, but everyone's dead, so they could just grab Fountain and go for it again. They're still not grabbing the altar though.
Well, they're trying finally to grab it, but Gugus were interrupted. Damn it, why did Polska Pamieta have to have such small death timers? Why are they so low level? They keep coming back here.
Gluehammer getting focused down. He's dead as well. You said the words earlier, meat grinder, and I believe it is very appropriate here.
Is this spawn camping here by Diamond Skin? Are they just buffing up their experience gain?
They're padding stats as Gugas gets taken out. Boss attempt number 2. Ult is taken. Here comes Lunara. The last ditch effort. Arthas is on the way as well via portal. Here
Maybe you can leap and strike on.
Oh, no, there it goes. Shots heading in. That's GG. And it's going to be Diamond Skin taking game number 2. That was fun.
Yeah. What a protracted victory animation here as for a full level and a half. The Diamond Skin was unable to get both the altar and the boss and the top 4 and good kills, but eventually they saw the way clean to get enough kills to get the boss and the altar. Not the cleanest of ending, but overall a happy chaos for Diamond Skin here as they get their second map.
A happy chaos is a really good description here, but the important part is that puts Diamond Skin up 2-0 in this best of 7. They are now, trying to do maths is hard, 2 games away, 2 wins away from holding on to their HGC spot that they really want to do. They said that they were just very upset about being here, and Polska, in theory, if they continue to take games like lose games like this, they might have to have a 3rd attempt at getting in here.
Yeah, Open Division 2018 would be their next plan, but a painful wait for these members, who, especially members like Siku, who have been part of the HOTS pro or almost pro scene for such a long time. He would love to make it in, but now down 0-2, and they have yet to use their most powerful weapon, an Abathur draft. But from the looks of it, Diamond Skin will not permit it.
Yeah.
In the pregame interview, they said Diamond Skin is a bit more predictable, so we're happy to go up against them. And confidence certainly is always a good thing. But what happens when that team also prepared for you and removes your most secret weapon?
It's an excellent question. We are going to find out, though, giving these players time to reset themselves. We're going to head to a quick break, and we'll be right back with game number 3.